A new purpose beyond fame. Alden Richards speaks up for the jobless. Yup. In a world where celebrities are often expected to entertain, inspire, and sometimes simply exist within the spotlight, there are rare moments when one chooses to step beyond the expected and into something far more meaningful. Recently, Alden Richards stirred emotions across his fan base and beyond after hinting at a bold and compassionate mission. Doing something real for jobless men who are struggling to find their place in today's uncertain economy. It wasn't a loud announcement, it wasn't wrapped in grand promises or flashy headlines. Instead, it carried the same quiet sincerity that fans have always loved about him. But beneath that calm delivery was a powerful message, one that spoke directly to thousands, if not millions, of men who feel unseen, unheard, and left behind. For many, unemployment is more than just a financial problem. It affects identity, confidence, and mental well-being. And Alden, known for his deep empathy and grounded perspective, seems to understand this reality more than most. His words didn't come across as scripted or performative. They felt personal, almost as if he was speaking to each individual who has ever felt stuck or uncertain about their future. Fans immediately responded with overwhelming support. Social media lit up with messages of admiration, curiosity, and hope. Some praised him for using his platform in such a meaningful way, while others shared their own struggles, stories of trying, failing, and trying again. In that moment, it became clear that this wasn't just another celebrity initiative. It was something people needed. What makes this even more compelling is that Alden isn't someone who acts on impulse. Over the years, he has built a reputation for being thoughtful and intentional. So when he says he wants to do something, fans believe that it won't be empty words. Whether it turns into livelihood programs, mentorship opportunities, skills training, or even partnerships with organizations, there's a strong sense that whatever he's planning will be rooted in genuine care. There's also something deeply symbolic about his focus on men, a group that is often expected to be strong, self-sufficient, and silent about their struggles. In many cultures, including in the Philippines and beyond, men are taught to carry burdens quietly, and when they lose jobs or face setbacks, they often do so in isolation. By shining a light on this issue, Alden is not just offering help, he's opening a conversation. And that conversation matters, because sometimes the first step toward change is simply being seen. Alden's journey has always been about perseverance. He knows what it means to work hard, to face rejection, and to keep going despite uncertainty. That lived experience gives weight to his intentions. He isn't approaching this from a distance, he's stepping into it with understanding. Of course, questions remain. What exactly will he do? When will it begin? How many people will it reach? But strangely, the lack of details hasn't diminished the excitement. It has only made people more hopeful. Because with Alden, it's not just about the what, it's about the why. And his why has always been clear: to uplift, to connect, and to make a difference where it truly counts. Even fellow supporters of Maine Mendoza have joined the conversation, expressing how proud they are to see Alden taking steps that go beyond entertainment. It's a reminder that while their shared history brought joy to millions, their individual paths continue to inspire in different ways. As this story continues to unfold, one thing is certain: this could mark a new chapter for Alden Richards, not just as an actor or public figure, but as someone using his voice to address real-world challenges. And maybe that's what makes this moment so powerful. Because in choosing to care about the jobless, he's choosing to care about people who are often overlooked. In choosing to act, he's giving hope where it's needed most, and in staying true to who he is. He's proving once again why so many continue to believe in him. The spotlight may have made him famous, but it's moments like this that make him unforgettable.
And as the conversation continues to grow, so does the anticipation, not just about what Alden Richards will do, but about the lives he might change along the way. There's a quiet shift happening in how people see this moment. What started as a simple, heartfelt intention is slowly turning into something bigger, a movement of empathy, awareness, and shared responsibility. Because the truth is, unemployment doesn't just affect individuals. It affects families, communities, and entire generations. And when someone with influence chooses to step into that space, it creates a ripple effect that goes far beyond expectations. Imagine a young man sitting in a small room, scrolling endlessly through job listings with no response, the weight of rejection building up day after day, the silence from opportunities that never came. And then suddenly, he hears someone like Alden speak. Not about success, not about fame, but about him, about his struggle, about doing something to help. That moment alone can spark something powerful, hope. And hope is often the beginning of change. What makes Alden's approach stand out is that it doesn't feel like charity, it feels like empowerment. There's a difference. Charity offers temporary relief, but empowerment creates lasting transformation. And based on how he has carried himself throughout his career, many believe he understands that difference deeply. Fans have already begun imagining what this initiative could look like. Some are hoping for skills development programs, places where men can learn trades, improve their abilities, and regain confidence. Others dream of mentorship platforms, where experienced individuals guide those who are lost or unsure of their next step. There are even ideas about small business support, helping men start something of their own, no matter how small it begins. And perhaps, knowing Alden, it could be a mix of all these things. Something carefully built, something sustainable, something real. But beyond programs and plans, there's something even more meaningful happening here. A shift in mindset. By speaking up, Alden is challenging the idea that struggles should be hidden. He's reminding people that it's okay to not have everything figured out, that asking for help is not a weakness, that starting over is not failure. It's courage. This message is especially powerful coming from someone who is seen as successful, because it breaks the illusion that success means perfection. Instead, it shows that even those who have made it can still choose to care deeply about those who are still trying. And that kind of humility is rare. There's also a growing sense that this initiative could inspire others in the industry to step forward. When one voice speaks with sincerity, it often encourages others to reflect, to act, and to contribute in their own way. In that sense, Alden's decision might not just help jobless men, it could inspire a wider culture of compassion and responsibility. Even supporters of Maine Mendoza have continued to express admiration, noting how both individuals, in their own paths, have used their influence to uplift others. It's a reminder that true impact isn't measured by fame alone, but by how that fame is used. And perhaps that's where this story becomes truly meaningful, because it's no longer just about a celebrity making a promise. It's about a person choosing to stand with others in their most uncertain moments. It's about turning attention into action. It's about using influence not just to be seen, but to see others. As we wait for the next steps, one thing remains clear. Alden Richards is stepping into a role that goes far beyond the screen. A role that requires patience, understanding, and genuine commitment. A role that may not come with applause or awards, but will leave a lasting impact on real lives. And if there's one thing fans have learned over the years, it's this. When Alden chooses to do something from the heart, he doesn't just follow through, he makes it matter.